Hello Pisces! I hope you guys are having a good week. Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this video is for. We are doing more spiritual readings this week. Well, you know, we'll see what comes out. Aquarius was like, whew, smoking hot. But it's what came through with this, the cards. So a lot of oracle. Actually, 3 oracle cards in 1 tarot deck. 3 oracle decks in 1 tarot deck. So we're just pulling the cards out. I am back to my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. This is one of my favorites, and I do get a lot of messages and energies out of these cards. They're amazing that way. So we're going to do that. We're going to, you know, as I've done before, see what kind of energy is coming towards you. Maybe it's a person, a situation. We'll see. And then we're going to see what your energy is surrounding that. And then this is where it gets interesting, Pisces. So now I've pulled out, I haven't used them in a while, and they want to be used. So my God and Titan deck, so I kind of just define this as my divine masculine energy. So everybody has masculine energy within them, whether you're male or female, or both. And then my divine feminine, my goddess deck. So kind of see what this person is bringing, or situation or energy is bringing towards you with feminine and masculine energy, what it does to your feminine and masculine energy. And then we've got Mr. Hierophant on the bottom here. We have my Starman Tarot is coming in for this one. If we're going to do the spiritual stuff, we got to do the Starman. We've got to. So that's going to be kind of what's happening between the two of you. Or what does this produce? What's going on? So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, like Aquarius was really interesting yesterday when I did it. So let's start shuffling. Pisces. Let's get the shuffle on here. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What comes towards Pisces? Wow, that came out super fast. Ooh, the hummingbird. Nice energy. So whatever's coming towards you has magnificent energy. This is, I want to say, like a light worker. This is somebody who is really, they're very fine-tuned at the technique of keeping darkness away, at keeping the light all around, at really kind of going past and over any shitstorms and hitting like the best flowers. This is a really nice energy that's coming towards you, that's going to be around you. So you can take these in different ways. Like this can be energy that somebody you are connecting with is harnessing, or is a big part of them. It could just be the way the energies are playing out around you personally right now, and it's kind of bringing that into you. Take it the way it resonates, right? Because these are general and you're personal on your level. So how does this, wow, that was fast again, come out for Pisces? Now, ooh, we have wolf energy. You guys have really been taking on leadership roles lately. Like I've been getting a lot of emperor and leadership energy from Pisces, which is interesting. Interesting, you know, being the last sign in the zodiac, almost as if starting to harness different aspects of the zodiac and utilize that to your best ability. To the best outcome, to whatever cause it is that you're working on for yourself and the people around you. So the wolf card, interesting. That's interesting. Now, oh, I see. This is interesting. Okay, so because the wolf card can sometimes be a little bit too domineering. It can be a little bit too powerful in terms of trying to keep the pack in line. This is the way it needs to go. And I'm not, you know, it's pretty emperor energy again, Pisces. Now, because when I put these two cards together, what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing the hummingbird is actually, its energy is kind of being directed away from you, from your wolf. Now, I would see Pisces, I like to say that, you know, my Aquarians and my Pisces are both sort of humanitarian signs. Aquarius a little bit more on that the freaky side of humanitarian work, and Pisces a little bit more on the spiritual side of the humanitarian work and that light seeker. So the message that I'm getting right now, and I think it's going to go beyond this though, is just to be careful with too much Emperor energy. It might be pushing some of your own light work energy away from you right now. You may be in a situation where you feel like I really need to take on this leadership energy. I really need to show the way. Hasn't been shown properly in the past. Nobody else has stepped up to do this. I've got to do it. That's good. That's fine. But just remember to make sure you're still being guided by your inner light. Your inner light in this situation. All right. A little sip of water. We're going to get into the Divine Masculine. So, I am doing the underline this week too with this. Cheetah is the bottom of the deck. Very fast moving, very predatory, very hot and fiery energy. I feel like you've got like a goal in mind. You've set it, you see it, and you're going after it like really strongly. Just don't forget the light worker in you, Pisces. Don't forget this light worker energy within you, right? It almost feels like with this wolf, you feel that the darkness almost feels like it's cascading down, and this fire is, there's two elements here of this fire and the darkness. It's a little heavy. There's just a bit of light shining through here. So just remember, you are my intuitive, spiritual light workers. Don't forget that. I know it's a rough world. Sometimes you have to take on other elements to survive. Yeah, I would like to say I like Pisces and my Cancerians. You guys are probably some of the most, I want to say, sensitive. And not that there's anything wrong with being sensitive. The world needs a little more sensitivity. But that's the problem. Because the world is not particularly sensitive. It can be hard on those that are sensitive. So, it's okay. All right. Divine Masculine. With this hummingbird, what is coming in? What is some of the Divine Masculine energy that comes in with this hummingbird energy that has to do with this hummingbird energy? This is interesting. This is a card that came out for Aquarius. They had 3 that came out. But you have this one very specifically. Renewal energy. Very renewing. This is a balance. For me, how this is reading right now, this is a balance between the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy. And, you know, when I look at the hummingbird, when I was looking at that hummingbird, geez, if I could pick it up. Looking at the hummingbird here, I want to say that this is like that divine feminine. It's that nurturing, a light angel sort of energy. And the wolf is more that masculine, that protective leadership kind of energy. And isn't it interesting because that more feminine energy is coming in from behind to renew the masculine. So you may be even your energy, your leadership, what it is that you're having to lead through right now, be the leader on, maybe starting to feel depleted. So it, you know, if you connect with your lighter self again, the light worker in you, that very spiritual, intuitive you, look at how it brings the warmth right into the chest, right into the 4th chakra. And it brings, you know, your light, you feel lighter in the heart again, much lighter in the heart with this energy, allowing it to shine through for you. I'm noticing Osiris, she also has these like antlers kind of on her head. I think it's interesting. I don't know enough about her. I'm getting the messages through like the imagery right now for myself on Osiris. But what the message that I am getting is this orange ball here. This orange ball to me reminds me of the sun, and she harnesses it to bring renewed energy to others. But with the antlers here, I almost feel like this divine feminine energy has a very good balance between its feminine and masculine side. She's taking the leadership to nurture, right? She's taking that leadership to actually nurture the masculine. All right, let's see what's going on with this divine feminine energy. It's feeling very strong with the hummingbird. And see what comes out with the hummingbird for the divine feminine energy with the goddess deck. The divine feminine energy. Hummingbird, divine, there we go. Ooh, Iris, communication. She's number 22 also. Beautiful energy. Very communicative between herself and spirit. You know what I love? She has these rainbows coming down her face. It's almost as if tears that have been cried in the past are the water that is used to create the rainbows in life. Like the tears that have been shed are actually like that renewing energy. It reminds me of the frog in this deck, which is very, the rain is starting to come down on it. It's a very renewed energy, very cleansing energy. It's almost as if every time, the message I'm getting is every time you shed a tear, whether it's through sadness, frustration, confusion, grief, disappointment, self-sabotage, whatever it is, you are cleansing yourself. So don't allow the feminine energy to do that. That's how the feminine energy is keeping her balance here, because she releases the pain. She releases that. And then in doing that, look at these beautiful rainbows that start to appear. It's almost as if, you know, you can say every wrinkle or every gray hair that I have, I've earned it. You've earned it. And it's almost like that's that scar or wrinkle that's there to prove, you know, I've earned this. I'm stronger because of it. And it's this connection with spirit that I feel is really key. It's really just connecting with spirit again. Allowing your very feminine energy. This is for men or women. Allowing that feminine energy to renew the masculine part of you, because you are needed for some reason. There's something you're going through. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, where you do need to be this leader. You need to run the pack. You need the pack going in the right direction. You need to keep the weak looked after. You need to keep the strong ones available to protect the weak. You need to make sure the young ones are, you know, not getting lost in the woods. There's a, you know, all that energy that goes on with the alpha male wolf is what he's doing here, because that is that masculine energy. Very grounded too. It is the alchemical symbol of earth is coming up with this wolf. And then the hummingbird is air. Is that light side, right? That's the intuition, I really feel. You know, the mind, connecting the mind to your spirit guides, connecting them to your angels, to the universe itself. But I really like that message with the tear-stained cheeks of rainbows. That's nice. All right, Wolf. Let's get into yours. Let's get into Wolf here. This is an interesting reading, Pisces. I'm sure some of you may be able to attribute this hummingbird to someone else specifically. But for myself, the way I'm reading it is, it's a part of you that's become distant. And it's time to pull it in again. It's time to pull it in again. So let's see, Wolf. Okay, makes sense. You got one again. You got set, chaos. Okay, this kind of explains why you're harnessing this wolf energy right now. So things may be very hot and fiery, chaotic. It might seem chaotic at times. But you know what I was just describing? Like, you know, what the wolf is doing. What the wolf is truly doing here is, you know, keeping the pack together. The weak ones. I think there's, you can find information on this, and the weak ones are usually up at the front. And I believe even Canada geese do this, and they practice when they're getting ready to fly south. They practice, you know, flying shorter distances, and they get it all organized. Who seems to be the weakest? And they put them in the front. I think they put them in the front. Maybe I'm not. I think they do. I thought they did. But then they're really breaking the wind. That wouldn't make sense. No, I think they put them just behind the front one. I don't know. Anyways, with the wolf. Somebody look that up and correct me where the geese go. But the wolf, I'm pretty sure that the weak ones are at the front. There may be one strong one at the very front, but the pace is governed by the weakest one. So nobody gets left behind. And then you've got some of the stronger ones in the back to defend, like any rear end attack. And then you have the, you know, the young ones in the middle, and that's a lot of work, you know, to keep it all together. Otherwise, it's kind of chaotic. It seems like there's a lot you have going on right now, a lot of responsibility to keep things in check. But it's important for you to still be Pisces here. No, it seems like you're like taking on a very strong leadership energy. Like I'm kind of feeling like you're taking on, I want to say like maybe like Aries, Taurus, Leo type energies is what you've been taking on. And that is going to be very depleting to Pisces. I think if you do that long term, because you are to me sort of more like that, right? That's really your genuine you. But being Pisces, you can pull out of genuine you and harness other zodiac signs. But it's important to renew genuine you. So the divine feminine energy. Oh, wow. Interesting. Number 31, Mary, miracles. This is really a very powerful card. Wow. This is kind of making me, the message I'm getting, whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're working on, is sort of divinely guided. It is divinely guided. There is a very strong purpose, maybe even beyond what you realize, what it is that you're doing. Oh, it's kind of like you're actually creating like miracles, where miracles were not able before to be created. I'm excited to pull out the tarot cards between these two energies. You've walked into the fire too, is what I want to say, Pisces. You have walked into the fire here. You've walked into the fire. What is that, like a prayer or mantra about? I walk into the... I'm really bad with that stuff. It's trying to come in. It's sort of like, you know, as you walk into the gates of hell. Someone can, you know what I mean? But yet there's all this protection around you, because what you're doing is actually divine. It's very divine. It's almost as if you are clearing some heavy, darker energies that, you know, other attempts that have been made in the past, either by you or others, have not been successful in terms of pushing away this darkness, have not been successful in terms of, oh wow, pushing away this darkness. So, okay, that's an interesting message. So what I'm getting is, when you walked into this fiery chaos, you walked into it with this energy, Pisces. You walked into it with all of this energy. Oh, look at how the hummingbird's beak looks like it's going into Mary. That's really interesting. You walked into it with all this energy. That's what got you where you are right now with this situation. No one else could get in there. No one else could get in there. I know, I'm going to get... See, this is the thing with the spiritual readings. Open your mind. If this is not making sense, that's fine. Go to another video. This is general. So I can't say that when you walked into this relationship, this is where you were. Or when you walked into this business opportunity, this is however it resonates for you. It's an oracle spiritual reading. So please don't put in the comments, I don't understand what you're saying. Expand your mind, baby. Expand your mind is all I'm going to say. So this energy, this feminine energy that is like this light worker energy, is what actually penetrated this darkness. It's what penetrated the darkness. And you have walked into, there's been obstacles, there's been challenges that have been dark, and you're in that, you're in Like, you're in it now. You're not just walking through the gate. Like, the gate's way back there, okay? The gate's way back there. You are in the soup, so to speak. And because of that, like, it's this very hot, chaotic energy at times. You're like in the soup. You are doing like angel work in the gates of hell. It's really intense. Angel work in the gates of hell. And that can take place here on earth. That can take place in terms of trying to change people's minds and perceptions about how things have been done in the past. Change people's minds and perceptions about, or at least try to get them, maybe not, you don't want to change their mind, but you want to broaden their mind. Like what I'm trying to do right now. If anyone's like, I don't get this, just broaden your mind to this, right? Like sometimes YouTube feels like the gates of hell. It's like, oh my gosh. So broaden your mind. That's what you are sort of doing here, but you need to renew. And the only way you can renew is this feminine energy. That's what it does. You know, you've sort of had to come in and take on that masculine energy. There's a bit of battles. There's been some battles, I want to say. But now it's time to renew yourself with this feminine energy. You know, when she cries those tears, rainbows form. Just to know it renews you. It's not weakness. It is strength. It is. And not to be hard on the men out there, but women cry much easier than men do. Men keep it in, typically. And when you do that, you're not releasing the pain. You're not letting it out. You're not giving it back to the universe. That's the strength, is actually to be able to release it and say that I'm strong enough to move past this. So when you do shed the tears, when you're frustrated, when you're sad, when you're depleted, when you're self-sabotaging, when you're just, you know, having a bad day, or you're PMSing or you're MNSing, whatever guys do, like, it's okay, because after you've released, the rainbows form, right? Like, it's beautiful, eh? All right, let's get into the Starman Tarot, Pisces. Let's get into the Starman Tarot. It's a really hot sweater. It was so cold outside when I took the dog for a walk. It's kind of hot inside. Yeah, I'm going to have to open a window. All right. What is between this hummingbird and wolf? What is the story here? Wow. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, my goodness. Interesting energy. 2 5s. It's a need for change. That to me is like, it's just a very quick description of 5s in the tarot. Something needs to change. We need a change here. It's not working. You have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Communication has been frustrating. It's not been very good. There's this feeling of loss, opportunity missed with this 5 of Cups. Now, I know there's going to be a lot more that comes in with these cards, so give me a second here. Ooh. Oh, wow. So the 5 of Swords too, you know. Okay, so communication has been rough. When I say that, like, it's kind of like saying the things that need to be said. We might burn a bridge, but there seems to be no other way to get through to whoever you are dealing with. You know, when I see the 5 of Swords, I kind of think to myself, you know, this person has tried other options. They've been pushed to a brink or a point of, I just got to say it. You're an SOB and I'm really done with your shit. It's like, well, that didn't go well. Well, you know what? I've had enough of beating around the bush. That's kind of what the 5 of Swords is. So that's what's standing between, you know, maybe this is what needs to connect your hummingbird back to you again. You just need to say what needs to be said. Don't be so politically correct, Pisces. And the 5 of Cups, well, it depends what it is. Like, don't get yourself fired or anything. Don't do that. Don't say that to your boss. Please don't say that to your boss. You know what? Type it out into an email. Make sure you're not connected to internet so that you don't accidentally send it. Just type it out. It'll feel much better, and then delete it. There you go. Even doing that releases, right? It's like those tears that make rainbows. It's part of that release. Yeah, ooh. Because it feels like there's a disappointment here that it's very difficult to walk past it. It's very difficult to move past it. Yeah, the cups are spilling. The cups are spilling. It's like this red liquid. It's like blood. It's like this connection for you. It's almost like spilling the blood of, gosh, family. Wow. For some of you, it's time for like certain soulmate connections need to come to an end. That's really rough. Take it as you will, how it resonates. You know if it does. You don't go breaking up family stuff if it's okay. But if this is resonating, like it's gotten to the point where, you know, you have taken the light out of me. The light is gone at this point. I need to just tell F off, and we need to go in different directions. That's what the Five of Swords is. You go that way, I go this way, and let's blow up the bridge between the two of us so we don't have to come back together again. The Five of Cups, when I see this, this blood spilling, it's like, you know, blood to me is that connection that we have to those that are our kin, those that are soulmates. You know, I've been getting some interesting messages. Not really through the private readings. Those have been different. Those have been mostly like people not really realizing how freaking amazing they are, and spirit coming in to kind of remind them. But this, some of the feel that I've been getting in the general readings across the zodiac is some people are shifting. And they are shifting into what I want to say are new soulmate connections that are taking their soul journey in a different direction. And this is kind of like a divinely guided and planned thing here. It wasn't intended to be easy either. Wow. Oh boy. Oh yeah. You know, I get stuff comes into my head. I'm like, wow, that's heavy. I gotta say that. Okay. So, yeah, because some of you may have had lifetimes with these person or people. Like right now what I'm talking about, it's not a situation. It could be a situation that's been produced by the energy of this person or people that you're dealing with. But you've come to, you know, you've had many lifetimes with this person or people. And this is the lifetime where that connection departs. I've been getting that message, and it's not something that I've come right out and said yet. I've been getting that, yeah, and I've kind of been holding that back because it is hard and it is heavy. These are, you know what, and at the end of the day, the end of the universe, we all come together at source again at some point. Maybe 3 million years from now, I don't know, but there's a path for you because your light needs to keep going here, and their light does too, but it's different kinds of light at this point. And almost want to say too, like you are coming into new contracts. What is it? I've never had a message like that come in before. So there's literally like, it's new blood somehow. It's like a new blood. You're going to start soul contracts with some people in this lifetime that will make you feel almost very excited and very nervous. And you're going to, it's the twin flame stuff. No, it's not twin flame. This isn't another part of you. This is other people. This is other souls. And there's almost like this excitement. And it can feel like chaotic. Because one minute you're like, this is amazing. This makes me feel so excited. And then the next minute you're like, this is going to make so much change in my life. I'm not ready for that. I can't do that. there's a little bit of like, because it is a big thing, but it's coming in because it's really time to renew. This has been depleting, not just to you, but whoever you're dealing with. You may be more aware of the depletion of the connection with a person than they are, but it is depleting and it's not part of your soul journeys anymore. You're going somewhere else, man. You're going somewhere else. Interesting. I don't know, did I pull a Moonology card for Aquarius? Or did I just end it here? I think I just ended it for that. I was told not to pull any more cards. I wanted to, you know, I want to pull one more Starman Tarot for you with these 2 5s. There's a need for change. It's kind of like Spirit, the universe is coming in saying, it's time. That change is now. What comes in after the 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups? Ooh, baby, light my fire. The Prince of Wands, that's who comes in. Oh yeah, introducing you to brand new desires and concepts of desire as well. What it is that you truly desire, connecting with yourself and the universe and your spirit guides, and these new soulmate connections on a very different level of desire. And desire, I like that it's a wand because I look at that as the beginning of everything. And I, where is it here? My, I hope it's not at the bottom of the deck. My Dreamscape Tarot defines the Ace of Wands perfectly for me. And being the Prince of Wands, it's hot and it's fiery, but you know what I like is that he has one wand here that he's got his eye on. Look at that. He's controlling those desires almost from his mind. Isn't that interesting? I mean, the desires can come from like the base chakra, the first chakra. But this is an evolutionary process almost of these desires being harnessed and controlled through the mind's eye. Now, so this is that Ace of Wands that I was talking about. We can see the volcano erupting here. To me, this is like where it all started. And you know, like, and you think about Aries is the fire cardinal sign. It's the first one in the zodiac. That's where it all started. That's that initial, right, of life. So it is like a rebirth here into a new energy for you, Pisces. Where before your desires may have been something that you struggled with, you were, as you move out of this 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups energy, where it's this disconnect from those that you have been connected to in the past. It's like a rebirth in how you function at it's that first step into this new story that is Pisces on this journey, this new kind of soul journey with new soulmates here. And there you go, Pisces. So, and again, take that as you will. It is a little more open than other readings. The hummingbird could be someone for you. If it is, I still feel very strongly that someone is kind of tapping. They're there to tap you on the shoulder to say, remember your light. Remember your light, and this is part of that journey right now in this lifetime. So that's kind of why the person is there. And for others, it is specifically a part of you that is getting lost and needs to be renewed. Okay. There you go, Pisces. Thank you very much for allowing me to do that reading. As always, I learn just as much in these as you guys do. I find it quite fascinating. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do this reading. Until next time, Pisces, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.